Hello and welcome to Untwisted Threads. Spring is upon us, so it's time for us to share some knitting pattern inspiration. So in today's video, there's no rhyme or reason to how these are organized, and they all feature different skill levels too, including color work. And if you like free patterns, consider joining us on Patreon. You'll have access to free patterns and will receive 6 yarn samples every single month. Did I mention that the first month's free? The link is in the description along with all of the patterns we're including in today's video. So let's jump into our 10 spring knitwear pattern recommendations. The first pattern is the Louisa tee by Stitching Simply. It comes in 10 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 32 to 67 inches and recommends 2 inches of positive ease. It suggests using a US 4 and 7 or 3.5 and 4.5 millimeter needle size and a DK weight yarn in moss stitch to meet gauge. It is worked from the top down with raglan increases and features mid-length sleeves. I think the texture is a fun way to dress up a simple tee pattern like this. This is actually on my current to knit list, maybe with a fingering weight and a mohair or a surrey alpaca held together in a buttery light yellow color I think would be perfect for spring. The second pattern is the Boston Cardigan by Ekaterina Vorobeva. It comes in 6 sizes from extra small to 2 extra large and recommends 4 to 6 inches of positive ease. It suggests using a US 6 and 8 or 4 and 5 millimeter needle size and an Aran weight yarn like Drops Air to meet gauge. It is worked seamlessly from the bottom up. The only seam is for stitches that you pick up for each sleeve. It features a textured pattern in the front, a V neckline, ribbed button band, and raglan short or long sleeves. She also includes a chart, video, and word description of the main stitch pattern. The third pattern is the Memory Sweater by Lee Knit. It comes in 8 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 36.5 to 56.5 inches and recommends positive ease. It suggests using a US 6 and 8 or 4 and 5 millimeter needle size with a DK weight yarn to meet gauge in color work and the main body. It is knit in the round from the top down and features a color work yoke in which you can use any number of colors that you want, including scrap yarns. The fourth pattern is the Saguaro sweater by Camille K. It comes in 6 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 33 to 47 inches and recommends 0 to 2.7 inches of positive ease. It suggests using a US 4 and 6 or 3.5 and 4 millimeter needle size and 2 strands of lace weight or a worsted weight yarn to meet gauge in stockinette and brioche stitch. It is knit in the round seamlessly from the top down with 2 strands of mohair. It has voluminous balloon sleeves and puff shoulders that complement the body of the sweater. It is decorated with delicate lines of brioche stitches and features German short rows for a better fit. The fifth pattern is Valdres by Kate Running. It comes in 1 size with finished measurements of 19.5 inches in circumference and 10 inches tall. It suggests using a US 3 or 3.25 millimeter needle size and a sport weight yarn to meet gauge in stranded color work after blocking. It is knit in the round from bottom up, starting with the contrasting color brim. It features floral color work, seamless decreasing at the crown, and a pom-pom if you desire. The sixth pattern is the Manon jacket by Moreca Knit. It comes in 7 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 36.25 to 53.5 inches and suggests 2 to 4 inches of positive ease. It suggests using a 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, and 4 millimeter needle size and a sport and lace weight held together or a worsted weight yarn to meet gauge. It is worked in a moss stitch pattern back and forth from the top down. It begins with the back while simultaneously shaping the shoulder slopes along German short rows. Afterwards, stitches are picked up to work the right and left fronts. Once all the parts are complete, stitches are picked up along the shoulder sections and the knitting is joined to work down to the armholes with increasing for the front sections, back, and sleeves. Next, the sleeve stitches are placed on hold and the body is worked down. Stitches are then picked up along the armholes to work the sleeves in the round. It includes a 1x1 rib, neck edge, double knit button band, and 2 faux pockets. The 7th pattern is the Pokhara circular yoke by Linka Neumann. It comes in 7 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 32.5 to 55 inches and recommends positive ease. It suggests using a US 4, 7, and 8 or 3.5, 4.5, and 5 millimeter needle size and an Aran weight yarn to meet gauge. It is knit in the round from the bottom up, starting with a textured section and rolled hem. It features a floral 3-color colorwork yoke and colorwork at the hem of the sleeves. It also includes a textured collar section to match the hems. The 8th pattern is the Harriet cardigan by avec. It comes in 13 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 36.6 to 65 inches and recommends 2 to 4 inches of positive ease. It suggests using a US 5 and 7 or 3 3/4 and 4.5 millimeter needle size and 1 strand of fingering and 1 strand of lace weight yarn held together or a DK weight yarn to meet gauge. It is knit from the top down and includes a contiguous sleeve construction. The body of the cardigan is knit in stockinette, and the balloon sleeve feature a heart-shaped dip stitch pattern. The 9th pattern is Autumn Alpine by Caitlin Hunter. This sweater pattern comes in 9 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 36 to 68 inches and recommends 2 to 8 inches of positive ease. It suggests using a US 3 and 4 or 3 1/4 and 3.5 millimeter needle size and a sport weight yarn in stockinette and the colorwork pattern to meet gauge. It is knit from the top down, featuring an interesting ribbing detail at the neckline, hem, and sleeve cuffs, and a Scandinavian-inspired floral colorwork yoke. Optional short rows are also worked at the back hem to lower the back of the sweater a bit. Instructions are given for lengthening the body and sleeves if desired. The 10th pattern is the Bee-autiful mitts by Stone Knits. It comes in 3 sizes with hand circumferences of 7, 7.5, and 8 1/4, and a length of 7 1/4, 7.5, and 8 1/4 inches, and recommends 0 to 2.5 inches of negative or positive ease depending on your preference. It suggests using a US 1.5 and 2 or 2.5 and 2 3/4 millimeter needle size with a fingering weight yarn to meet gauge. They are knit in the round from the bottom up, starting with a cuff ribbing. They feature ribbing on the thumb and top with a bumblebee colorwork pattern along the top as well. What patterns do you have on your to knit list this spring? We would love to hear about them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.